Welcome to the Grass Valley booth here at NAB 2018. It's the last day of the show, and we are going to talk this segment with Alex Kataoka. He is the product manager for Edius Editing Systems. So let's start off with a real technical question about Edius. So Edius handles 4K, it handles 8K, but when we say it handles 4K, what do we mean by 4K?
So for Edius, it can mean both 4Ks, the 4K UHD for broadcast and 4K DCI for cinema.
So both types of 4Ks, so if someone's working on a theatrical release, they can have their flavor.
Yes.
And if someone's working on 4K television, they can have their flavor.
Sure.
So let's talk about the format flexibility of Edius and what it's capable of doing.
Yeah, so the strongest point about Edius is that you can mix and match all these different formats, DCI or 4K UHD or HD 50p or 60i, or you can mix all these formats and put them into one timeline. That's the Edius strength.
Excellent. So tell me where Edius is being used today.
So right now our main target is news. Other is the professional areas like various corporate uses or wedding or schools, education, houses of worship, any areas for professional video.
So Grass Valley's introduced many new features with Edius. What are customers finding the most useful?
Oh, so especially at this show, we're showing a new integration with our the old the SAM partner products, and we're showing a tight integration with the newly introduced products such as Go and Rio and Momentum.
So everyone talks about the cloud, and Edius is now transitioning to the cloud.
Yep.
Why is Edius transitioning to the cloud?
Well, I mean, in a way, the market is pushing us that way, that a lot of people are putting stuff on the cloud. So we have all these content providers streaming video from the cloud, which means that there's all that video up there already, and people are looking for ways to edit that directly without the need to download them each time.
So I want to talk about a specific feature Edius has that I use. So I use Edius in a multicam editing mode.
Sure.
And I have, a dirty program, and I have ISO cameras, and after a while things start to get a little slow and stuttery, and when that happens, I immediately go to proxy mode. So explain the power of proxy mode and how it helps, especially in multicam editing, when I've got all these HD streams and my machine is starting to struggle because it's just a laptop.
Yep. Edius has actually always supported proxy mode from the beginning of the days when we only supported SD, but it's really gotten to the point where in HD we were able to do everything in high res, but then now there's 4K, and now so actually and especially also in situations when you're doing things like multicam, proxy actually makes a lot of sense that it requires less bandwidth and less CPU power to decode. So all this is combining together to make Edius a very useful tool.
I will tell you, even though it's been there for a while, multicam with proxy mode, that's my favorite feature for it.
Thank you.
So let's talk about the whole editing package Grass Valley now has. So we now offer Edius, we offer Go, we offer Rio. Explain for those who don't know what Go and Rio are and what the plans are to possibly integrate these products as we move forward.
Yep. So Go and Rio are both editing products, which originally was from the SAM side of the, and Go is a HTML5 based, browser based editing software that you can edit on any application that runs a browser. So then you'll be able to do like quick cuts, do adjustments of clips, audio. You can create a timeline and export that out. And what we're showing here at the show is that you can bring them on into an Edius timeline or a Rio timeline to do the finishing stuff like adding graphics, doing color correction, putting that video out for finishing. And especially Rio is really known for its fine color grading, the color finishing capabilities, where you can create contents for drama or documentaries or even for like cinema. So together with Edius and Rio, we believe that we can put together a good package that can fit all different types of workflows, even for like this high-end post.
And if I remember correctly, Rio also does both flavors of 4K, as well as 8K.
Yes.
So we have very good complementary tools based on what the editor
Yep.
wants to do
Yes.
and the project type that they're working on.
Yep, it's kind of coincidence, or well, maybe it's not, but the only companies that did, full 8K editing, which was Edius and Rio, kind of got together this time.
So we had to just bring
Yeah,
Rio
yes,
into the family.
exactly.
Absolutely. So if there's one thing you want people to remember about what we're showing with editing systems here, Edius, Go, Rio, what's that one thing you want them to remember?
So we all work together, and we're trying to go forwards to being, the best solution in the market.
Great. Thanks very much, Alex. And thanks for joining us here
Thank
at
you very
NAB on our last day here at the Grass Valley booth.